Hey everyone, welcome back to another all-walks sociology deep dive. Today we're tackling a big topic, the corporatization of universities, how higher education is increasingly adopting business-oriented approaches. We'll look at the impact on research, faculty, tuition costs, and of course academic freedom. Stick with us, because it's not just about campuses, it's about the future of knowledge itself.
Absolutely. The article we're discussing is titled, "The Corporatization of Universities Balancing Profit and Academia in a Changing World." It breaks down how private funding is reshaping universities, often at the expense of traditional academic values. Let's jump right in, starting with some key data that shows just how big corporate influence has become.
Right. Private funding for public universities nearly doubled between 2004 and 2014, rising from 12.2% to 20.6%. That's huge. And like they say, whoever pays the piper calls the tune. With corporations signing big checks, they often expect a say in how things are run.
That influence is also clear in governance. The article points out that 42% of U.S. university trustees now come from corporate backgrounds. So there's a real concern that business priorities, like efficiency and profit, could overshadow educational missions like critical thinking and public service.
Speaking of profit, U.S. universities generated about $3.2 billion in licensing income in 2017. On one hand, monetizing research can spur innovation. On the other, it risks shifting academic inquiry toward what's profitable instead of what's groundbreaking or socially vital.
And it doesn't stop there. The corporatization trend is also evident in how universities hire professors, shifting more toward part-time and contract-based faculty, essentially creating a gig economy on campus. Fewer stable, full-time jobs could mean less freedom to pursue controversial or less lucrative research topics.
Now let's talk about students. Tuition at U.S. public universities rose by 212% from 1988 to 2018. That's mind-blowing. It leaves students with a ton of debt, which can limit their choices and stifle their futures.
Right. Universities are acting more like businesses, and one result is higher costs passed on to students. This can push schools to emphasize degrees with quick job payoffs, marginalizing the humanities and other fields that don't fit neatly into corporate ROI models.
And then there's academic freedom, the freedom to explore ideas without external pressure. We can't forget the Indiana University free speech policy case, which sparked debates about how outside forces, corporate or political, can shape what gets researched or taught.
Exactly. If universities become too dependent on corporate funding, they could feel pressured to avoid topics that upset donors. That erodes the very foundation of higher education as a place for open inquiry and debate.
So, is this just an American phenomenon? The article says no, it's happening worldwide. In some parts of Europe, where public funding is still strong, the shift may be subtler, like partnering with industries for specific programs. In developing countries, private institutions might jump in quickly to meet educational demand, sometimes overlooking the deeper values of academia.
Exactly. So we see different manifestations of the same corporatization trend. The core question remains, how do we balance practical career-focused programs with the deeper mission of fostering critical thinking and open research?
Now let's shift gears to what can be done. We want to spotlight some action items the article and others propose for pushing back on, or at least managing, the corporatization wave. 1. Investigate corporate partnerships. We need more transparency about how corporate funding shapes research priorities and academic freedom. Who decides what gets studied, and why? 2. Look for balanced governance models. Are there universities with more inclusive decision-making where faculty and students have real power? Studying these models could help strike a balance between financial sustainability and protecting academic values. 3. Compare international approaches. Understanding how European or developing country institutions handle funding and governance could reveal best practices and cautionary tales. 4. Follow up on free speech policies. Cases like Indiana University's highlight how external interests might undermine academic freedom. Detailed analyses of these policies can guide reforms elsewhere. 5. Examine faculty employment trends. The rise of contract-based teaching has big implications for research quality, job security, and student mentorship. We need data-driven insights on how this is evolving and how to address it. 6. Explore alternative funding. Whether it's higher public investment or innovative philanthropic partnerships, we should seek ways to reduce dependence on purely corporate dollars while maintaining educational excellence.
Right. We can't just criticize, we also have to act. Whether you're a student, professor, trustee, or just someone who cares about knowledge and society, it's vital to stay informed, organize discussions, and advocate for policies that protect academic freedom while keeping universities financially stable.
Exactly. After all, education isn't just a commodity we buy and sell, it's the bedrock of democracy, innovation, and social progress. If higher education is guided solely by corporate profit, we risk losing the very qualities that make it valuable in the first place.
Well said. This is a conversation that needs to happen on every campus and in every community.
That's all for this deep dive. If this video made you think, please share, like, and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Are universities selling out or just adapting to reality? Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious, stay critical, and keep diving deep.
Until next time, take care everyone.